Hello, one and all. Welcome to Code Weaver Plays Games. This is my third stream of the day. I'm just a glutton for punishment, and it just seems like a gaming weekend. So I'm going to switch straight on over into Metro Exodus, just to make sure that the audio all looks and sounds good. The audio looks good. The audio sounds good. Yep, I think we're good on the audio. Because that I keep screwing up. And I got my resolution sorted out even better this time, so I should be streaming relatively well. Let's just check. CPU load is super low. Kilobits per second is looking good. I don't appear to be dropping frames. So I did a bunch of reconfiguration. This is going to be a fun challenge to translate over to my new monitor resolutions, because I keep screwing that up on top of the audio. But here we go. So I'm going to be playing Metro Exodus. I'm going to be playing it for fun for the first good half of the stream. At least the first half of the stream. I'll probably do a chapter or two, see how I feel, how it plays. And then after that, I might do another faster playthrough on different graphics settings, and I'm going to leave the benchmarks in the corner because I might want to review them later. I didn't do this on my first stream of this game, but this time I found a way to capture those stats. I don't know why they weren't captured before, but that's okay. I have got that figured out now. And then I'm going to show maybe some side-by-side comparisons of a couple of screenshots that I tested out, that I captured last stream that are kind of illuminating. So if you want to skip ahead a few minutes, you can go ahead and do that. I'm just going to talk very briefly about what I'm doing here. Not only am I having fun going to be having fun with this game, but I'm going to be looking specifically at the GPU for a couple of reasons. I have an older CPU and motherboard by a couple of years. It's a 4-core, 4.5 roughly gigahertz i7 and PCI 3. It's pretty good motherboard, pretty good CPU, but you know, it's not the highest end. It's mid-range maybe at best at this point, but that being said, my bottleneck for the kinds of stuff that I wanted to do, like gaming and doing some VR stuff, wasn't the CPU. It was very much the GPU. So I got myself a new graphics card, 3080 Ti, kind of overpowered for my box, but I do need to drive, I'd like to be able to drive some VR stuff from it. And that takes more GPU than it does CPU for almost all the stuff I'm doing. Plus, a lot of the games are in the same boat. And so my objective is to see what I can do with this system as is. And part of it is I got a new monitor, 1440p, that I'm testing out. I'm going to be testing out a 4K as well. And I want to see how I feel about them. In the process of doing this, I lost a monitor, so I kind of have to keep at least one of them anyway. And although I have a dinky little really old monitor that I might have as a wing monitor, if I can swing the cost, I might keep both new ones because I'm really liking the sharpness and the crispness. But the 4K is really expensive. And the question is, can my computer and the graphics card sensibly drive 4K? Well, I decided to get a jump on that by running my graphics card in 4K mode, but having it down-res down to my 1440p monitor, because it turns out NVIDIA cards can outdo that, and that's really cool. I didn't know that. I have an older NVIDIA GPU before I did this. That's really cool because I can sort of stress test my machine on heavier hardware, on heavier expectations, and see how it performs from a GPU perspective, from just a performance, getting the frames out there perspective. That doesn't mean I'm seeing 4K views, and you certainly aren't, because I'm not streaming in 4K or even 1440p. So you'll just have to, you're just going to have to live through it vicariously through what I'm showing on the frame rates, and what I can tell you about what I see. But I should be able to demonstrate something very, very interesting about the comparison of running natively on 1440p and running 4K and then down-res. And you get my stats in the corner. So yay, maybe this is interesting, maybe it isn't. Now we're going to get to the actual game. I'm going to spend the first half of it doing fun gameplay because I like this game. I made comment on the graphics. Sorry, that's part of why I got this game. I also love the game. But I got that partially due to the stress test, so you just got to live with that kind of commentary every so often. Don't take it the wrong way. I'm really enjoying the game. And then the second half, I may play partway through a chapter I've already done quickly, in order to test it on a lower resolution than native for my monitor, and see how the CPU and GPU compare during it. Yeah. So, shall we figure out how well this works? This is a better formal test than the last stream I did. Semi-formal test. And if this works out well, I'm hopeful that I can run a 4K monitor. Whether or not I want to eat the cost of getting a pretty good, but not necessarily highest end 4K, or wait until a new one comes out, I don't know. If you have opinions on this, feel free to let me know. The 4K I'm looking at, incidentally, for anybody who's curious, is the Gigabyte, so the Asus, is it the Asus? FI32U. It's a nice 32-inch monitor. The 32-inch monitor running at 4K. The one I have here, the 4040p, is, as I said, the Dell S2722DGM, which is only a 27-inch, 26-inch. I could actually measure it, but I'm not going to bother. You can look it up. Yeah, just trying to make a decision. As gaming goes, I love detail more than I need absolute fastest smashing frame rate. But I also don't want my frame rate to suffer so much that the game has become unpleasant. So there you go. Let's get on with the game. I hope you stuck with me through all that, or I hope you skipped ahead. Let's, what we're going to do is we're going to go into load, because I'm going to load a specific, so that would be, I think, slot 1 is going to be my playthrough. Actually, can I get rid of a slot? I don't know if I can get rid of a slot. Doesn't really matter. The one that I did, Winter, Moscow, we're going to go all the way back to Winter, because this is actually the furthest ahead one. The others were when I went back, and I don't remember what slot 2 is all about. So here we go.
We stopped 100 clicks from Moscow to check our Geiger counters. The thing is, they are all in the green, as if they're in a conspiracy. Still, this amazing piece of news doesn't really impress anyone that much. The guys are all confused as to what to do next. And I'm just waiting for answers. And hoping the commander, whom until recently I trusted implicitly, is going to be extremely persuasive in his reasoning.
Okay. Let's get into this.
You sure you're okay? Because I know you.
Just so you know, scars attract the ladies.
And there's definitely a lot of those up ahead.
I don't need a lot, really. It's quality that matters.
Okay. If you want to see what led up to this point, feel free to check out the first half of the previous stream. I'm also going to be looking for key moments.
How long have you been working with those jammer people for?
About a year, I guess. At first, they got me to sign up by singing of my experience helping people. Told me about weather.
Look, Artyom, you should at least get some of that fresh air. No mask. This is what you've always dreamed about.
It's true. I
I'm
should
sorry
go outside.
I interrupted.
It's all right. Don't worry. There's not much left to tell. I was proud to be helping those. Then, about 2 months ago, they loaded a bunch of people onto my Aurora.
Lore.
Guards took them outside and came back alone. Told me they took the people to a nearby station, but I knew it had came in years ago. A few days later, I was coming back from a run, stopped the train, went and found those people. Soon they understood I saw that ravine. Fed me the usual lies about the spies and whatnot.
Did you believe them?
Well, it sure seems safer to believe. But then, I just couldn't keep the charade up. Then the security officer told me straight. Whoever you speak to dies. The whole station dies with him if need be. So, that's how it went. But when I saw you, and then Artyom, I knew I wasn't alone anymore. You can't just keep these things in.
Now I understand why you helped us back then. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
God willing, it won't end
He
up
helped get us out of captivity, so big bonus points.
Have you ever taken a train beyond city borders?
No, didn't get a chance to go. I used to be a metro train engineer. I worked on the ring line. Ha! What a bore that was. Going round and round all day, round and round. And no real distance either. It used to take us 30 minutes to make the lap. So I kept dreaming about how good it would be to just leave the metro and work on a real railroad. And travel around Russia. Not to run in circles like a rat in a maze.
Lots and lots of lore.
My wife wouldn't let me. We had kids, too. When I'd start going on about the railroad, about my dream, she'd stop sleeping with me for months in protest. Yes.
Oh,
But
you're a
when
sweetie.
Moscow got hit, my Tatiana and the little Sashenka were at home. I was working that day.
Jeez.
Irishka was waiting for me in the metro, returning from cram school. So we survived together that day. But in the end, I lost her to TB.
Oh, tuberculosis, brutal.
You know how it goes. So I'm driving here and talking to Tatiana in my head. See, I say, you couldn't stop me for good after all. Here I am, on a real railroad, a real engineer. Tanyusha. I'm sorry I got so emotional there.
Oh, it's my fault. I'm really sorry.
I'm loving the visuals out the
And
door
thank
here.
you for telling me.
Hey, Artyom. Is there any music on the air?
I can check it out. I'm gonna take some time to explore and get a sense of the visuals here. So I have all the bells and whistles of rendering turned on. Everything is completely maxed out.
It seems to me, whether it was intended or not, that our colonel now has a goal to strive for because of you.
All right.
We all remember the way you fought back in D6, so no matter what lies ahead, we're with you. You can
I'm
count
a
on us.
little shocked I survived D6 because I was fairly certain I died
As for
in that.
me, I'm running a little
But
inventory check. Yeah, it is kind of cramped in here. I'm thinking of making something of a workbench. So
Do it.
all the instruments we get and everything else would be
Oop,
within
nope.
arm's reach. With no workbench, we just lose small components. We'll use this place to work on the weapons, cleaning, oiling, keep out of everybody's way, and keep them from messing.
ooh, are we
with
gonna
us.
actually have a train as a home base?
We'll have to take
That's
it, of
cool.
course, but-
I'm totally keen with this.
So, if you find any weapons you'd like to keep, I'll
As long as
stop
it
them
doesn't
for
turn
you.
into a spider.
Then you can come back to exchange them.
Kind of a weak spot for that
Get
film.
them back in
Don't
the
tell
best
anyone.
shape ever.
So
Don't you
dumb.
doubt. Boy, have I cleaned and oiled a lot of weapons in my life. Factory and homemade too. Some of those were just amazing, so unusual. So, if you have any weapon-related questions, I'm your man.
Okay, Tokarev.
And weapons, they are like girls. They need attention.
That's
You clean your
one
weapon well,
way to
you oil
go
it,
for it.
check the ammo.
Yes.
Because these dirty ammo caps do get rusty sometimes.
Noted.
But if you put your heart into it, the weapon never fails.
Probably not true, but
Well, I'll just finish.
I admire the
this one
pride in,
and
in
start on
functioning
another.
equipment. That's cool. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Good. That's excellent. We'll read the note in a minute. Cool. Let's wander down the hall. Check out the.
Well, hello there, Tom.
Hi, Duke.
You people could have called me up there to drink to Aurora. I still think Beelzebub was a better name.
Hey, you're not wrong. Aurora is actually pretty cool, though.
Did you come to trade places with me? Or did you just want some exercise? I heard that. Monotonous labor calms you. Well,
Alright.
it's no lie.
Alright.
I do feel this calm, you see. Idiot says it's dynamic meditation. That philosopher
Jeez. Check the lighting.
to meditate often.
Oh, that's really, really beautiful, actually. Very nicely done. I don't know what happens if I hit E. I'm not going to do it quite... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Why did it do that? Not sure why it brought up my Steam overlay. That's fine. I'm going to pop out here quickly. More people to talk to. Oh, check this out. Oddly enough, my frame rate's gone up a little bit.
So, dear Moses, can you feel how sweet the air is without a mask? Not just sweet, so many shades of taste it has. A weird feeling, eh, my friend? I remember you telling me how you took your mask off atop a stunking otar. When you honed those missiles in on the dark ones, was the air bitter then? Who knows though? Had you not launched those missiles, you'd probably never have climbed that building or received that signal. Life is weird, huh? One
Oh,
random
right.
drags another with it, like links in a chain. And you are pulling that chain out of it.
I remember the issue with the dark ones or whatever.
And what link is in that bucket that's on the end of the chain? That's a mystery. That's what I often think about when facing a choice. You can't drop the chain either. You always have to drink from that bucket. Well, bottoms up, I suppose. So, how does it feel to be the Moses who yanked on this particular chain? Is it dumb to think about such things when all I ever did in life was carry out orders? Well, I'm not called idiot for nothing. Still, I would like to know what's on the end of your chain.
That is a kind of slightly strange statement.
If there's no radiation, that means we could bring everyone out of Moscow.
It doesn't matter if there's radiation or not, Comrade American. The citizens of Moscow will have to stay put.
Why?
Why? We're just a
Thank
short
you.
away from the city. And the radiation's gone.
Things might have been that easy in your America, but life has never been so easy here. Even now, we woke up saviors of the metro, and by lunchtime, we're enemy spies, saboteurs, train thieves. And what for? Something we thought was true turned out to be a lie. And that is enough for them to want us dead.
The Hansa bosses must have known that we could live up here. But the public didn't know that. Who'd want to stay down in the metro if we told them?
We cannot tell them. If they are ready to make mincemeat out of old ladies and kids to keep their secret, what do you think would they do to you, Uncle Sam? Huh? We can't go back. We can't use radio. Remember the jammers? Even if you pull a perfect Rambo and break through back into the metro, do you expect they'd all just believe you and go, yes, Moses, lead us out of this Egypt? Can you even imagine the death toll? Take your average station dwellers. Even if the Hansa guards didn't shoot them, how far would they get?
Good question.
Then, most likely. We are safe here, speeding along on this Eastern Express. They are not as lucky. Not at all.
Well, what if there was a proper evacuation?
And who would do that? Hansa's people? The ones that kept us under lock and key for 20 years? Or us too? Besides, getting the people out of Moscow is not the end of it. You have to settle them somewhere, provide food. You know, brother, I do get where you're coming from, But this matter is way more complex than it seems.
I guess you're right. All this clean air went to my head. So, wait, does this mean the Colonel was in the know?
Strank does seem to suggest that. Besides, he led negotiations with Hansa. Where would we be without them after the D6 debacle? They gave us weapons and recruits to replenish our losses. We, on the other hand, our competence does not stretch beyond thinking cozy thoughts and keeping the fools in the metro from killing each other off. Remember, if not us, then who?
You are too smart for your own good, idiot. Hey, Demir, I've been thinking, how far are we gonna go?
No masks needed. The railroad runs through the whole country. As far as we want, I reckon. As for Yamantau, it's about 2,000 clicks away.
No, I mean, how far can we get with the fuel we have? What's this machine's mileage?
Good question.
That. Yeah, it certainly is a coal guzzler, this thing. But then again, there should be coal stores at every station. And if we don't find any, we could still burn firewood.
All right. So,
Why the long face, Demir?
You see, I made a mistake of stocking up on filters. While I could have gotten a whole bunch of MREs for the same ammo, or a new hazard suit, I wish I'd known there'd be no need for them. The corporal sold them way too hard, that bastard. Get them while they last. He even gave me a book as a free extra. Quotations from Chairman Mao. Do you know this writer? Mao?
uh-huh.
Anyway, here I am like a fool with the stupid book and the filters. While we could really use that meal-grade ammo now. You never know who or what we might meet.
Это что? You're not giving the book enough credit. At the very least, it contains a whole world of wisdom on fighting the war against imperialism. Which we might encounter on the way, even though so far we just seem to be fighting our own.
Yeah, Anna's pulling no punches this time. Perhaps she shouldn't have. It's not like the Cardinal understands everything. Who's in the right here?
Whoever's not wrong, obviously.
Well, who's not wrong then?
He who does nothing and says nothing too.
Give me a break. Who's in the right now?
Everybody is, brother. And nobody.
I shouldn't have asked.
I am not bothered when I'm not understood. I am bothered when
I hate to interrupt them because I'm actually having a lot of fun listening to their banter. I'm also really loving the cities that we're passing by. This is really, really quite lovely. So let's consider for a second. I'm getting about 112 frames per second, 100 frames a second, nearly 120. Sometimes I'm getting down as far as 93, like right now, for example. So reading this off, the average is about 93. 90% of the time, it's above 78. 95% of the time is above 76. Sorry, no. I'm reading that wrong. Yeah, 99% of the time I'm getting above 70. So I'm holding. So what that means is most of the time I'm getting well above 80, but that could be 80, 90, 100, whatever. So basically that's my guarantee level, that 99 level. I'm guaranteed to get at least 70, but because the average is fairly high, like 90, that means a lot of them are quite a bit higher, right? Because that means in order to pull the average up, a lot of them have to be well above 100. So I'm getting a lot of fluctuation. Now the question is, okay, I'm getting a lot of fluctuation. Why am I not getting the slightest bit of tearing? And the reason for that is because this monitor and most monitors nowadays enjoy adaptive syncing of some kind, either FreeSync or G-Sync, depending on the model, and there's some compatibility. This is a FreeSync monitor with G-Sync compatibility, and the G-Sync is from NVIDIA, and so I may not get all of the bells and whistles out of that technology, but I'm getting most of them. Oh, that's really beautiful. Anyway, point being, the monitor's actual physical rendering holds off until there's actually a frame for it to render, and then it just does things in sync. And prior to this kind of technology, the monitor would just render at a fixed rate, whatever it happened to have, and if you weren't careful about timing your rendering, then you would end up with tearing. You'd move along, and it would be halfway through rendering one frame when the game updated half the screen, and so you'd get a tear. And this would often happen when frame rates fluctuated, so you had to have a really powerful graphics card in order to maintain high rates, or you had to have, reduce your settings in order to achieve that, or you had to do basically V-syncing, which would actually stall the game while the monitor was in the middle of refresh, or to avoid that refresh, avoid updating during the refresh, effectively. VSync was a good stab at stopping the problem. This is better because it literally can't tear under most circumstances. My frame rate is jumping all over the place. Not a single bit of tearing. Absolutely beautiful. That also means, though, that it's kind of hard to tell whether or not it's buttery smooth or extra buttery smooth. It just seems really smooth to me, even though in one or two cases I'm getting as low as, like, right there, for a moment there, it showed that I had 34 frames a second for a very brief period of time. Totally not detectable. It's certainly not over Twitch, but I can tell you it's not detectable. So as long as most of your frames are high, it's really good. It would have to be stuttering pretty hard for me, I think, to notice, and I'm not noticing it. I'm just not. This is absolutely beautiful. Now, maybe a seriously hardcore gamer could tell, but I'm more interested in the detail, and I've been operating on a 60 hertz monitor for the last 15 years. I don't know what you want. This is stunning. And it's getting this in 4K, even though I'm not seeing it in 4K. Because the graphics card under the hood is doing that. And I'll show you why I'm doing that later. Anyway, that's my rant while I'm sitting here. Let's move right along, because not everybody wants to hear all that junk. Let's get right on with the story.
Artyom, a couple of words.
Yeah, talk to me. What do you got? Oh, yeah, let's have a smoke, I guess.
What's done is done. Yes, I didn't stop you from going outside. Yes, I tried to talk you out of it. Yes, I didn't tell you you're not the only ones to survive. But even I didn't have the clearance. And not back then. This is a state secret. Do you understand? I've been granted clearance only after a fight to protect the D6. They said they needed me to teach the recruits because the war was still on. Don't you think I was shocked? What did our people in D6 die for? What did I lose my legs for? But I understood. Because the war was still on. Security was paramount. Our people would have understood. So please, do the same.
Kinda don't.
You would have spilled the beans to everyone in Metro.
Yes, I would have.
Goddamn Prometheus, a messiah. You must lead the people.
Well, not because of that, but...
Do you think you would have saved anyone? Remember that jammer? What if Moscow has been found out because of you? What if there are missiles inbound?
That's kind of paranoid.
No matter what they think of me, I'm no deserter and will never become one. I'm ready to bear full responsibility for everything. But if there is even the smallest chance to earn my pardon, I will take it.
Yeah,
Which
right?
means that we, like a runner that tripped, need to keep running ever faster just to keep balance. And don't dare you trip us all over again. Am I understood?
Nope, not in the slightest.
I hope
I would not make a good soldier.
Anyway, at least now we know where to run. So, go back inside and take a look at the map. Our route is pretty obvious now.
Alright. Well, I'll go and do that then. If I can, Okay, let's exit. That's fine. I kind of done with the whole cigarette thing. Okay.
So, how did you like that fresh air?
Which I then filled with a lung full of smoke. Yeah. It is pretty awesome. Can we were asked about the radio. Can we actually put some music on? We can. So a couple of things here. Let's have a drink of whatever this is. Great. Let's turn on some music. Hello. Okay, so probably good for me to listen to these in order to see if there's anything that can hose us. There we go. All right. You know what? I'll stop there. So no, not what I wanted to do. Let me get up, and then. Oh, hello. Content diary. Okay. All right. When it has been years since anyone heard anything but static and white noise on the radio, who could still believe we're not alone on this earth? My wife, my comrades from the Order, my friends, people from my station, nobody believes me that they are sure that there's nothing on the radio. Sure that, save for us, who hid in Moscow Metro, there were no survivors of the last war and we were alone on this planet. And in the Metro, it's common knowledge. But I did hear that call on the radio with my own ears. Yes, it was immediately drowned out by the static, but I had heard it, which means that somewhere out there, under the skies, there's still a habitable place. We're not doomed to live the rest of our lives underground. Still, nobody believes me. So in the winter section, we stopped 100 clicks from Moscow to check our Geiger counters. The thing is, they are all in the green, as if they're in a conspiracy. Still, this amazing piece of news doesn't really impress anyone that much. The guys are all confused as to what to do next, and I'm just waiting for answers. And hoping the commander, whom I recently trusted implicitly, is going to be extremely persuasive in his reasoning. Okay, this is just a recap of what we had in the chat, in the opening chat from Artyom himself. So crew. Oh god, there's a lot of material here. Okay, before I go and start reading on that, let's check out the new world. Exhibition. My home station, not a part of Yignik Commonwealth, together with Alexeyevskaya and Ruskaya. Living there has been an uneven ride, but I still have fond memories of the time, even though Anna, my wife, would disagree. She positively hated it there, having traded the position of the Order's best sniper for everyday chores of a regular mushroom farmer. Hansa. The most powerful faction of the Metro, the Commonwealth of the stations of the Ring Line, the soldiers in Hansa's employ enjoy the best pay and equipment and thus are highly motivated to train and perform their duties exceptionally well, making up in proficiency and skill for what they may lack in numbers. The only force to be objectively better than Hansaic troops in terms of professionalism and training is the Spartan Order, which yours truly is honored to be a member of. As far as I was able to surmise from the Colonel's reluctant confession, Hansa is the vehicle of the inevitable Watchers, the real government of Moscow, controlling all of the factions from the shadows. They clearly have too much power to just live and let live, and thus engaged in some shady business, including the SHIELD project, designed to keep Moscow under an impenetrable blanket of radio jamming to prevent further nuclear strikes against the capital. The project itself would be a benevolent initiative, even if, scrolling, quite misguided, had it not been connected with mass murder of people coming into or trying to leave Moscow, as well as anyone and everyone learning anything about it. and I were captured by the patrol after we saw the Aurora entering the city perimeter, and just for that terrible crime I was put to the gun. Anna's agony at the moment is something I will not forgive them for as long as I live. What do we got in creatures? Okay. The Watchmen, these annoying beasts hunt in packs, and if you see one, you'd better dispose of it immediately, otherwise it might howl and call in the rest of the pack, and it will howl as soon as it sees you. The Demons. These giant flying mutants, comfortable occupying the position of the apex predator in the food chain of the poisoned wasteland, stretching above the tunnels of the Moscow metro, have, thanks to their enormous physical strength, speed, and aggressive demeanor, successfully settled a huge territory that is hardly surprising, as there are very few animals capable of ever facing a demon. Those that could fight it one-on-one and win are even fewer and further between, while a demon can easily fly away from any of them. Luckily, because of these strengths, the demons, like the large birds of prey of the past, prefer to live and hunt alone or in very small groups, and thus do not present an immense threat to a careful traveler. Dogs. The common dogs seem to be no match for the messed up world of the surface, but they manage to survive despite being surrounded by mutants and human enemies, so they're definitely a threat to be considered, especially when you consider their keen senses and ability to easily alert their masters to your presence. Equipment. Okay. Let's pass on reading every single thing in here because I will be at it forever. I'll read a little bit each time, unless there's something that I specifically need to identify. Shambler, revolver, throwing knives are pretty cool. The decoy is an improved noise decoy, attracts the attention of humans and beasts alike with the loud rattling noise it produces. Okay, that's good to know. And the crew has just got staggering amounts of material here. And it will take me a long time to read through all that, but like I said, I will read a little bit of it each time. Okay, let's go and do a little bit of helping out down here.
You back? Care to help me some? I'm a little tired here.
Yep, I can do some.
Well, help yourself.
Sure.
Frankly speaking, I'm a bit tired here. The only good thing about this job is that you forget it's winter. If only you didn't have to pay for this comfort wear with your whole body aching.
I hear you, buddy. Mostly doing this to hear any conversation you might have. I'll do another half dozen shovels and then I'll move on. This is so pretty. My old graphics card would have staggered on this. Alright.
That's all? Okay, I'll take it from here.
Yeah, I'm away. I'm okay with that.
You still hold on to life? I'm done for, my friend. But at least I died protecting my friends. Shut up, you fool. By the way, Uncle Sam, your command of Russian is quite good. Another 40 years or so, and you'd go completely native.
Huh.
Isn't it confusing now, though? If your California is still around, you became a Russian for nothing. By the way, if we meet the occupying forces, whose side will you be on, Sam? Ours or theirs? Not funny. If the war is still not over, just to make us enemies. Nah, that's not what I meant. The colonel told me to stop smoking shrimp, but isn't that type of peace an exception? Eh? I wish we could smoke one in California, man. That would be so much fun.
Okay.
What they think of me at this Supreme HQ, though.
Drop it. We'll all stand with you like Festa and Artyom, like when the girl protected you from that crowd.
Guys and kids.
Sir, the war was clearly on back then. Your missiles have only just fallen on us, just like ours on your home. So forget that shit about the HQ. You're a Spartan, one of us. That's it.
Sir. So, we're going to the Urals. I'd love to see San Diego, though. Even in a dream.
There's this.
Little whorehouse on its threat going over our station I'd like to see.
Even if it was just in a dream. Look, I'll get some shut-eye if you don't mind.
Huh.
Of course. Get some sleep.
Yeah. Besides, in a dream, it's definitely cheaper.
Alright, everything seems to have calmed down. I'm going to make one last trip outside and around the circuit here. Beautiful game. Love the disused or partially built or rebuilt buildings. There's a lot of space here, though, that could probably be reclaimed for civilization. If there's no radiation here, and you could get anything growing anywhere around here. Alright, let's look at the map. You can resume the journey, or continue exploring the chain. Well, we've... the train. Okay, so I basically... we need to continue the journey. Now, if I go to do and reap...
years in the underground, the air of the surface seemed incredibly fresh, intoxicating. But that was not what had caused the crew's euphoria. Our journey finally got a definite purpose provided by the transmission from the government bunker in the Urals. For 20 years, we thought that neither the government nor military high command had survived. Turns out they're still around. Where were they while we were eating each other alive in the metro? We'll have a lot of questions for them once we reach Yamantau. If we reach it. The ruins of our country are under enemy control, according to Miller. And we'll have to fight through to our goal. A small team against the occupation armies? What are the chances that we'll succeed? That we'll get some answers?
One final comment about the whole frame rate thing. While all that was going on, the frame rate was very clearly pinned around 60. And 60 would sort of be a really good sort of minimal rate to guarantee that the game runs at. Now it's popped up again, as you can see. Yeah. I'm not sure what that says. I think that says that the game is sort of designed possibly around running at 60, and the fact that I'm letting it run at an arbitrary frame rate during normal gameplay means it can creep upward, which can only improve things as long as there's no tearing. Anyway, just thought I'd make the observation. All right, let's
Froze anything off yet, darling? Here, let's warm you up a little bit. So, what do you think our chances of getting to Yamantau alive are?
Oh,
It's the
beautiful.
only thing on my father's mind. How to earn his forgiveness, get back to Metro and his old life. The life you had always been running from. And to think, I never believed you. And now I'm looking at this fog, thinking it could actually be hiding our new life from us. By the way, we should be approaching the bridge soon. Damn it! A campfire! People! There are people there! Hit the brakes!
Okay, this is a problem.
Shots fired! 4 bogies on a trolley!
All hands, report to the bridge, on the double.
Okay, we're reporting to the bridge on the double.
Are you alright, Action?
They pierced the cylinder. How bad is it? Can we...
Okay.
No, we're stuck.
Seems we ran through someone's roadblock.
Okay.
Any uniforms?
None. They were wearing rags.
Okay.
Old farts, huh? It's just the perimeter guard. They could have put anyone there, even women and children. Do you really think we found them, Colonel? Well, we can't be sure. I was expecting to run into them much earlier. The trolley is headed towards the bridge. Some fortification is there. This looks peaceful. A village and a church on the water. We need intel. Here, Artyom. I put a mark on your map. Get there and find out what you can about that bridge. Taking a prisoner would be ideal. Anna, you cover him.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I go with Artyom too. Just back up.
No. Until we figure out our situation, you're allowed to take a step away from the Aurora. These two can handle themselves just fine. Yermak, when can you get the Aurora running again? I don't know yet. Gonna check on that cylinder, but a full day at least. I see. Get to it then.
Okay.
Let's prepare the Aurora for defensive action. Stepan, Damir, get the perimeter.
I'm on it.
Duke, I need you to recon the immediate area. Got that, sir. Idiot, you give him cover from the Aurora.
Yes, sir.
Sam and Alyosha, stay in reserve.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to capture an image here. Feet straight ahead, looking down.
Tell you if it was the case. Now cut the jungle.
Right foot against the edge of that square panel below me, roughly. Electrical tower on the right, just touching the screen, and I need another way to do a mark here because I want to capture the sun. The pads, the lily pads, or the rocks in the middle of the river at the bottom of the screen. So that will frame up the photo that I want to take here, and I'm going to take it. Conditions are changing, so it's a little hard to tell when I'm going to be able to match this scene, but I saved a screenshot, and the reason I'm doing that is the frame rate is fairly low here, but I should be able to match it up with a similar shot when I go down to the lower, like rendering natively instead of at high res and then downscaling. So I'm also going to go to the other end here and do another one off this way. Frame rate's about the same. Boy, that's lovely light. Ooh, and there's some lovely water there. Actually, that's what I'm going to capture. So I'm right in the corner here. I can't go any further. I'm going to turn around. Star point is at the left-hand edge. I can see snow through the gap on the bottom, so those are my alignment parameters. Except I'm not capturing the sun. Do I care? Yeah, let's go in a little further. Bottom point of the star. So that I can capture a bit of the sun. Except that's 87 frames a second. Now let's capture it this way. We've already done a sun shot. As much as it's really, really pretty that they've... it's probably ray traced, though. Nope, I'm going to do it over here where the frame rate's lower. Star against the left-hand edge. And on the bottom step. No, now I'm getting higher frame rate. I want it to hurt. 56, 57 frames. All right, here we go. Gonna do something different here. Top of that post is at the bottom of my screen. top of that post is at the bottom of the screen, and the left-hand side is touching the railing. And there we go. So now I've got two that I'm going to try to reproduce later on, and that's the only reason why I'm taking time to do that. So let's get on with this, because those are really nice shots. And all right. I gotta pick up notes. Where the heck do I pick up the notes from? On the table somewhere. Can't get past these guys. Come on. Where am I supposed to get the notes from? Oh, here. All right. Got it. Map and journal by pressing M. I'm good with that.
Let's go, Artyom.
I agree. Let's go.
Don't forget your backpack. It's a new model. A portable workshop, so to speak. The manual is inside.
All right.
It doesn't come with crafting materials, though, so keep an eye out for those.
Well, I'm going to be
Let's move
looting
on,
everything I can.
Just be careful out there.
Sure thing. I gotta say, that was one flimsy road.
Oh, that is beautiful.
And those guys, well, they didn't look like army men at all. Just old men.
Be careful out there. Remember,
Tab to choose weapons. Oh, I see. Yep.
occupied.
Of course, I think I can also use the numbers, so that's good.
By conviction or out of fear. Got it?
Do you hear that bell? We must have given them a good scare. Maybe they served the enemy, enslaved or something.
Okay, this is interesting because I don't have the breathing problem now, which changes the nature of looking around a little bit. I can be a little more thorough about my explorations without having to race around, so that's kind of cool. Anything in here? No. Willing to bet I can't actually get over this river.
I've had it, Artyom. I'll be waiting at the power line tower. Come back when you've wandered enough. And be ready to be chewed out by my father.
Okay. Don't want to engage anything I'm not actually explicitly needing to engage. But this is far more exploratory than the last Metro Exodus. At least it has that illusion. That's not good. Several things about this are not good. Might need some help here. Oh, look at that. I can crawl under and through. this? Rest to change the time of day and replenish your health. Interesting. That's a new mechanic. Kinda. Okay. So this is my way in and out of here. That's a thing. Wasted a couple of bullets fiddling with that, but... Right. So I found a bunker. Press the right mouse button to take a closer look. Alright. So that's good to know about. Can I not get back over to that southern part of the island? Like to the south and west of me? Maybe not. Or maybe I... not sure. But north is where I kind of have to go eventually. Can I go this way further? Really probably sure I can't get across the water. That's bad. And somebody got me from behind because I wasn't paying attention. Okay! This is a new thing. We're gonna quick load to wherever it is that we last got a save marker. But now I know there is some value in sneaking around and inspecting things because I'll be able to find events like this. Do not trust them. Oh god, there's one right across the way, and okay, so that's gonna take some trick getting in there. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. So I'm gonna probably have to sneak in here and take them out silently, but I gotta do it in the right order, or I'm going to get spotted. I don't know if I'm good enough to do this, but I don't want to leave that villager hanging.
There he is, that fucker! He's dead, you bitch!
Wow. Okay. Maybe I should leave this until later, but I really, now that I've sort of awoken, like I've gotten close enough to start triggering the event, I don't want to leave the villager there.
You fucking At the sandbag! The motherfucker is here! There you Watch out, guys! I see him! He's up there! He's dead, you bitch! The motherfucker is here! There he is!
Really don't know which I'd rather have, if I'm honest. But let's, this looks like it's a sniper rifle. I am more of a person into doing snipery things.
You won, man!
Still alive in there, that's good.
You won, man! Don't shoot! I give up!
Found a weapon modification, use your backpack to install it. Okay, can I do that here too?
Don't shoot! I give up!
Okay. Okay, so I've got weapon mods. Don't want to die while I'm up here. I want to take down this. Searching around. That was worth it. Saw an icon. Ah, that. You're going down if you so much as twitch there, buddy.
Just chill, man. We're cool. We're cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't leave you sort of standing around. Do R to gather. That looks like a funkier weapon. I don't know if it's better, but what the heck, until I know better. You okay, buddy?
Thank you. These devils caught me on my way to the house of the fish. I had a penance from my father, Stellandius, and so I got about halfway, and then this got me. I see you're one of the heretics. But I tell you
I
anyway,
suppose.
there is a cache here, on this island. There is a device, but we can use it. It's a sin, but you could.
Okay, I'm cool.
I'll just have some rest here before I go back. I'll keep praying for you to the starfish for the rest of my life. It might save your soul.
I don't know what the starfish is, but where's the cache? Okay. Can you lead me to the cache? Is it marked on my map? Oh, yes it is. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're definitely saving. Save now, save often, save over. Investigate all the wrecks. This feels more open than previous Metro Exodus games because we're not confined to the metro. It's actually to the right. It's over here. So it's actually over there. But no real obvious way to get over there. Okay, looking back, so looking across, could I get over at the narrow spot? Maybe. There's a lot of bad things in there. Oh, and things that are spitting acid or something at me, which I don't want to have anything to do with. Thank you very little. Okay. Just do a quick save. Let's do a quick save while I'm here. Let's see if I can't... What happens if I just try to swim? In fact, I can cross. I'm a little shocked, but okay, so where does that effectively put me? Oh no, it just brought me back onto the same chunk of land. Try that again. Okay, so can't get across in the traditional sense. Okay. So it's not clear how I get over there. Maybe a boat or a raft or a series of stones or wires. Maybe I could go across by wire. Well, I'm glad you wandered, buddy, but there's no... Oh, hello. Okay. Or parts. I'm good with salvaging parts. I mean, this is great and all, but... Oh, yeah, up. I'm not following the prescribed path. But then, what self-respecting gamer does? That is not a book I can do anything with. That's a cassette, though. I'll take that.
The bridge is done for. The fanatics have taken over. I was prepared to give them a quarter of the cargo, but they wouldn't even hear me out. Wanted me to leave a diesel first, but fuck that noise. I'm not pushing the platform with our fucking handcar for 200 clicks. We're neck deep in the red, though. So I'm sending Surge to you with this message. Sell the diesel to the brothers. They were offering good cash for it, and get that ferry. Or a self-propelled barge or a tugboat. Do you understand me, Simon? No haggling. As soon as the others hear about the bridge, any piece of shit that floats will be worth its weight in gold. But we could still bounce back if we do it fast. Get to it, Simon. Time is money.
So we're possibly looking for a barge. Oh, can we keep it? We totally can. We kept it. I'm totally in favor. Okay, can we go up? We can. Is there any point? Yes, look at that. That's our way across. This is probably dumb as a sack of hammers. That might be our way across if... I don't know if we had something that could grip it. Maybe we need to build something. Oh, well, I guess that isn't our way down. It's kind of a pity. Well, I'm glad I came back up here anyway. That was not smart. So I do have to find a way to get over there eventually. Okay. Anything in any of these? No, we've been in there. Oh, it is prompting me to use a med kit. Yeah, I suppose I should. piss them off quite yet. Okay, so there doesn't appear to be any way to get over to that island from this side. Maybe I can come around from the other side when I get to that other island. Oh, look, there's a rail line which heads over to that other section. So if I could go across the rail line, except they said the bridge was out. Interesting. Okay. Well, shall we go and take the more sensible route of crossing the bridge and going north? We can explore this other half in a bit. Let's go straight up the hill. There's radiation here for some reason. Getting clicks. Alright, map. Right. So I'm going to cross up here and then back over. I'm going to sort of zigzag my way across this landscape. Further press O. So that's considered holstered, I guess. That's fine. Okay, let's descend back down here. Any of this interesting? Hello. Yeah, now it could be. Yeah, alright. Alright. This was worth poking my nose into. Got a slightly Fallout-esque vibe going on here, but that's par for the course because of the nature of the game. Where does this come through at? So, no, come on. Come on. So I want to come through here, but I want to cut immediately across to get to some of these buildings that I bypassed. Yep, because I saw this, but it's been opened, so... Okay. Okay, let's pull up the map. Okay, I'm going to cut across, but I'm not going to go further east because I'm going to explore that in a bit. Because this is where the water starts to... the dirtier your weapon gets, the more performance it degrades. Any workbench will allow you to fix the dirt problem. Okay. It's good to know. Cutting through here and then coming back. That was a little spooky, not gonna lie. Can we? Yes, we can. We can sneak in here, which may mean There's something in here interesting to find. Oh, I can get up on the roof, probably, maybe. Yeah, alright. Oh, and there's a way down. We'll come back to that in a second. Somebody was living up here. Sorry, buddy. Wish you'd had a better life. Okay. This has to be the result of flooding, though, because it seems vaguely like this would have been a lived-in section. Came down that road, so I want to cut in a little harder here. Oh, hello. Okay. I honestly don't know which of these weapons, if any, makes any difference, but let's... I really want to find a proper sniper rifle, but those may be really hard to come by. Get across to here? No. The short answer is no.
Finally. There's a boat at the dock. Looks like it's the locals' preferred method of transportation. Alright, I'll climb up there while you take the boat and roast the fish.
Not quite yet, Anna.
I'll call you when I'm settled.
I'm sure you will, but I want to check all the way over here and inside this building first. These buildings. There's even a way in. Yes, see? A little bit of poking around, and there might be something in here. No guarantees, but... yeah, there we go. There's a thing. I am playing this on second to hardest mode or whatever, because I do like a bit of a challenge, but I also recognize that I'm going to be severely...
Artyom, I'm at the top. It's an excellent spot.
I'm glad you think so. Can I come and help at this point? I need to scavenge every damn thing. Oh, and I didn't go into this room because I found a couple of things. So I'm not being as thorough as I think I am. Check that out. Can I get over there? And if I can get over here, there must be something interesting to get over here for. Look, a nice little tidy living space. Kind of a nice little nook, if I'm honest. Can I not get out, please? Thank you. There we go. Interface stuck for a moment. Let's go around the top of this. Oh, super interesting. Hold the phone, hitting the map mode. Let's find out where that's actually leading us. That's just leading us sort of up the edge and along, which I don't technically need the boat for. But I better go and deal with Anna, and I can come back and check on that later. But that's super interesting. So it's an alternate route through. Okay. WASD to move, you exit the boat. Oh, hang on. Can we... It is saving. Good. Hey, crew buddy. Achievement unlocked regatta. That's cute.
Looks like you've been spotted. Artyom, there's a woman on that bell tower waving a rag or something. Please investigate. I see people at the church. None seem to be armed. We'd better try the open approach. Let's not fire first, okay?
That's fine. But I do want to look around. Now, I think that was the building I was just in. Yeah, I get it. I'm coming eventually. There's actually something in here. And I will be visiting every damn... Hold your horses! For the love of all that is holy, please stop. Okay. That's a little convenient. I would have thought there was something back here, but I suppose that's just a hidey spot to get away from bad guys. Alright. Can't get over there, but by the way, I do have a boat now. So that does enable me to maybe take the boat into areas where I can go and I can get to that island, maybe. Oh, hello. What are you? I'm gonna go with the pistol. I think with this pistol, it's gonna take the mods until I can figure out what they mean. So there's the boat. Okay, I have to go over there, except I'm going to need the boat to do it. So this was an interesting diversion, but I actually do need the boat. But that also means all these places that I thought were, like, isolated, I could actually hop out and take a look at. Like, just quickly check the map. I mean, check this out. Like, I could go to pretty much any of these islands. This is super fascinating. This is way more open than Metro ever was. The older versions of Metro, I mean. More of an open world concept. And I know open world has become fairly ubiquitous these days, but it's not always done well. And yeah, granted, jury's still out on... Okay, yeah, that's... Okay, I guess. Definitely hitting the magic save now button. Oh man. Oh, we have to go help the kid. Several things about this are not good. Okay, I guess I have to go up. Spells now? I'm not into the whole witch hunt thing.
Mama, it's him! The man from the train! He's here to save us!
I can't believe this. I had all but lost hope. We're not from here either. Silantius locked us up here a year ago. Yes, the bridge dwellers won't even talk to heretics. But I'll tell you everything I've seen in this place all that year.
Arriving under the cover of fog.
Oh, it's the bridge guard. Silantius fooled them just like the locals. But unlike them, the bridge guard have guns. Run! There's a way out down here and there's a boat at the dock.
We also have one, but it's too small for all of us.
Artyom, she's right. Get to the boat. We will rescue her later. Don't worry.
Go! Nasty and I can get to your train by ourselves.
Oh, that's rough. I mean, yes, save the kid, but...
We've been thinking about escape for a long time. Even got a boat. But we didn't have anywhere to go until you showed up.
Oh, and get Uncle Chris from the port. He is so good. He can fix anything.
Artyom, I'll meet up with them and get them safely to the Aurora. Don't worry. Get to that dock. I can see the boat there.
Please, run! They'll feed you to the fish if they catch you. Those damn backward fools.
Okay.
What do you want? What
Save now, save often, save forever. I don't want to go down yet. I kind of want to go up and knock this guy out. I'm going to make sure that you can get out of here if I have any say in it. This allows me to go all the way back down the way I came in, but that's not actually what I want to do. So I've carved them a way down. Actually, let's go all the way back to the boat that I came in on, just to make sure that it's safe.
Artyom, I can't cover you when you're inside. I'm changing position to meet the woman and child. I know you can handle this just fine.
Okay, they trapped, they took the boat out of there, so that's fine. Then what was down here? Death. That's what's down there. Alright, that's fine. I accidentally alerted them anyway, so backing up is not a terrible thing. Let's give this another go, and this time with less stupid. Let's go this way. Nope, nope, okay. There might be several ways through this, but they've definitely been alerted to my presence at this point. not want to run and gun this.
What's that? On the ladder, or is it just me?
Sending one heretic to be judged pretty soon.
Okay.
The true shepherd of the faithful, for he is our only protector before the wrath of God.
I want to clear this place out. I wish I'd done it with fewer bullets, but I lost the ability to be sneaky, and I did not take the opportunity to do headshots, which I should have. I'll go down a level in a second.
Prison.
I have become a notorious killer rather than sensibly knocking everyone out. Oh well. Oh, and this is the other path down. Right, okay, that's fine.
Just keep calm now. I give up.
Okay. There's that staircase down. But I heard voices from someone somewhere over here. Good. I'm not gonna kill somebody. I mean, I've been bad. I'm gonna try to do better. I don't want to actually wipe everybody out, but I do want to make sure that the lady gets out okay.
That's it. I give up.
Okay, that's fine. I'm cool. Okay, what about in here?
Hey, if they say you worship the devil, that true? Will you teach me? I'd make a good apprentice. A really, really good one. Come on, teach me.
The short answer to that would be no.
Please, why are you leaving?
I can't get back in, apparently. All right, well, well, that's a choice I made. For better, for worse.
The heretic? Well, just shoot me. Come on!
No.
I wish you'd just shot me. My daughter and my son are dead. Salantius wouldn't let us treat them. Katia, that ex-nurse, she said she could help them, but Salantius would rather let them die slowly. Vanya was smiling when he died. He said his sister was calling out to him. And she'd been dead for 2 days already. Here, fuck this life. Just shoot me already. Come on, shoot me, you fucker.
No. No. Sorry, but no. Okay. Right. Here we go. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of nooks and crannies in here. You don't keep looking, you're gonna miss out on stuff. Alright, I guess I'm going out to the... Anything in here? No. Oh, this is where I came back out at. Okay. Well, now I'm kind of confused as to where I'm meant to go. Okay, and down and back here somewhere. Kind of hearing people. It's disturbing. Where are they and how do I get them out of there? Up level maybe?
What's going on? Oh, I don't feel right. Oh my god. This is a punishment for our sins. It's all for our sins. For we have sinned gravely.
No, you don't think you really have. I think you just got taken in by a con man. Problem is that there's no boat anymore. They're in there, I'm sure of it. I just don't know how to get in there from here. Let's save the game. Or if I can shoot the... No. Help, how do we get out? This is just to that lady we were just at. Do not like this religious nut job holding these people hostage, but... Alright, well I can go out and up and see if she's still in the room upstairs. No. If I come back down, this is basically the entrance that I originally came in, but it's been shuttered because that just... that just pops me out here. Which is not, I would like to say, particularly better. Okay, is there a... Yeah, maybe a hint? Weapon cleaning, gas masks. These aren't really... Weapon mods. These are not really hints as such. Well, that is a room I haven't been in yet, so that's clearly a thing. Oh, this is a kid's room. Oh, this is brutal. Okay, so I gotta find more ladders. So clearly I'm missing a few of those. Locked. Alright, I'm stumped. I am stumped. I'm missing something really supremely obvious. Because not only can I not get them out, but I can't figure out a sensible way to get me out. Oh. Oh. I'm an idiot is the real reason. It's literally right here the whole time. Alright. I'm just dumb. Alright. This leads us back out into the bay. And I'm supposed to rendezvous a little bit further along, but check this out. Having done that, there's a lot of places I can go to, including taking the boat out to where that supposed device is. I'm really glad I saved our buddy. So that's going to come in handy.
Are you alright? A shame you couldn't get away quietly, without bloodshed. They're bound to hate us even more now.
I kind of wanted to.
Katya and Nastya are with me now. See you aboard the Aurora. Check the map. Looks like you can row straight to it from there.
It's true. That's what I'll be doing. I feel bad. I feel really bad because it's almost certainly a story beat. Because I like the sneaking around bit. I don't know why I got cocky. I suppose I got panicky. It's not cockiness. It's just I got panicky. Okay, I want to hang a left. I want to go into the harbor. Yeah, I can do that. I'll do the mission as written. Or not. The hell are you? Hoping that was a canned cutscene.
was that? A whale? It's fucking huge!
I want on my boat.
The old man sent me out as a forward sentry. Told me that I was to sit tight and under no circumstances look for any action. So I just had a front row seat watching you there. And holy shit, you did not disappoint.
No.
Anna has already reported on the cult. How about we trade places? I'd hate to come back to Moscow without even firing once. I was trying to win a girl over from one trader. Tough luck there.
Alright.
Why does everybody else get fun missions? The Colonel does criticize you and all, but he gives you all the best action. Is this his way of showing affection or trying to get you killed? But I have to say it's unfair. I've been dragged out of Moscow, and for what? Stalking the furnace and sitting in a bog with a dumb spyglass. Here though, we do have a chance of finding some loot. There's this plane there. Just leave something for me. I'll have to stay longer, I suspect.
No promises. Oh, I'm on that island. Okay,
The
that's
shrimps
interesting.
are giving me trouble though. I wish I could somehow talk to that catfish into jumping all those water bugs. How did Mowgli talk to the animals, I wonder?
Carefully.
Speaking of Mowgli, we have the same blood type, you and I. Haven't you noticed? Well, I guess you have to go now, Artyom. I feel your father-in-law training his binoculars on us to turn us into pillars of salt.
You done, buddy? Okay. Don't want to miss anything you're saying, but... Okay. Don't forget about your journal. Press it to look at the map and check your current objective. Oh, yeah, I should do that more. The hell? Well... Several things about this say don't approach, but extremely cool explosions say I should. I'm gonna... die? So, here's the thing. It turns out electricity is bad for you. Oh, anybody mind if I go get a glass of water and a hunk of cheese? Because, yeah. Alright, let's let him talk while I go get a hunk of cheese and something to drink. Which means I should bring my mug with me. How about if I do that?
I've been dragged out of Moscow, and for what? Stalking the furnace and sitting in a bog with a dumb spyglass.
Ridiculous.
Here, though, we do have a chance of finding some loot.
How am I supposed to approach the incredibly cool electric sparky thing and not die? Because not going to the electric sparky thing is not an option.
The shrimps are giving me trouble, though. I wish I could somehow talk to that catfish into jumping all those water bugs. How did Mowgli talk to the animals, I wonder? Speaking of Mowgli, we have the same blood type, you and I.
Alright, going off mic for a few quick seconds.
Well, I guess you have to go now, Artyom. I feel your father-in-law training his binoculars on us to turn us into pillars of salt.
And that's when I said, oatmeal, are you crazy? Anyway, now I have lights, and I have bits of cheese. Alright, here we go. That is a nice pepper jack slice of cheese. Let's go and take a look at the not electricity, because that's a bad idea. Boy, I want to know what that's all about. Things don't spark like that, bleeding energy, and not have a really interesting reason. Especially if it's been abandoned for a while. Okay. Okay, let's take a careful look around here. See, this would be fairly defensible if you could seal up the windows. Nice shell. Oh, hello.
I feel so dumb. I should have landed on that field. We were still flying and we could go on for some time. And then that damn power line. I don't know what the rest of that Nick anyway. We're not getting to Moscow for long. That's for sure. I don't want to get there. I'm all alone with the others. They have relatives there. Maybe. It's been 10 years, but I could still be alive. Anyways, we'll have to make ourselves at home here now, since we're alive. The bridge seems like a nice place. At least it's not going to get flooded. We might end up going to Moscow by rail later. Well, we'll have to live and see about that.
Okay. Alright, well, I've got all sort of things to upgrade my weapons with and the like, but... We'll hold the phone. Where's the electric sparky thing? I approach this from this side. Oh, this is our friend. Oh, it's over here. Well, yeah, except that it's again no longer sparking. Okay. What the heck was sparking over here? Was it just like a trap for a critter? Okay, that's this. Not gonna lie, that's a bit weird. Okay, radiation bad. I'm getting that. I'm coming up from on the behind section of the. Hello. New note. I've got a few notes that I actually should read through. Ooh, you're big, and I really don't want to mess with you. Alright, I think it's time to go up. So, looking behind us, that actually points back. And you know I have to find out if I can actually walk further back along the tracks here. A non-trivial way, actually. And, interestingly, that might give us access to... That might give us access, actually, to that island, eventually. Alright. Let's play by the rules. Let's go talk to, Anna and crew.
You're alive! Impressive after the horrors Duke told us about. Let's go. Dad's talking to Katya right now.
Alright.
They are so nice. Both Katya and her daughter. And Katya's medical training will come in handy.
Happy to have a doctor.
Thank you for the information, Katya. But there is one more question I need to ask.
Hey.
But of course.
What do you know of the occupation forces?
Huh? I'm sorry, I don't quite get what you...
So, you've never seen any foreign army in this area?
An interrogation
no, I
now?
haven't seen any army.
Really?
But we haven't really been to any important places.
I see. Artyom, a moment.
Oh. Alright.
They were so busy looking for you. And then Anna picked us up.
Yes, Uncle Artyom. Thank you. And your wife.
Oh, Uncle Artyom.
She's kind and really strong. Thank you, Auntie Anna.
Oh!
There you go.
Become part of the family.
As I always said, you lucked out with me.
We all lucked out with Anna. She's a total deadeye. Now I only wish your mom could come with us too. With a real medic, we'd become unstoppable. Katya, Nastya, come have some tea. Don't be shy.
Thank you.
So, Katya, where are you from?
The Southern Ural. A couple of years ago, we heard there was this great place on the Volga, so we made the journey.
How'd that work out for you?
Who can have known that fanatics were in control now? And they say this place used to be great.
Did you come with your husband?
There were 15 of us, but now only Nastya and I are alive.
I'm sorry. Hey, why are you so gloomy? Don't you like the tea?
Isn't the tea any good, honey?
Oh, when the gargoyle attacked, Nastya lost her teddy. The beast carried it away. Must have thought it was alive.
Oh.
Oh, don't you worry. We'll find your teddy.
Now I have to scour this entire place for teddy bear. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules.
Yes, where did those things crawl out from, I wonder?
I mean, there's simply no choice.
Well, there's radiation, chemical weapons, and...
I only hope the bear can hold out until I can get there.
Strange.
Yeah, the planet's been trashed. No wonder Silantius had such a hold over everyone here, with people seeing things like that every day. Poor fools. They live in darkness and die just like that, ridden with disease. I'm a trained nurse, but Silantius wouldn't even hear of me treating anyone.
Hey,
He
sweetie.
said God claims his
Okay.
own. He only cares about feeding their bodies to that fish once they die. He says it's their sure way into heaven. I tried doing something to help them, but no. It's a sin. And then he just locked us up in that tower. And somehow a stupid flashlight made it worse.
Uncle Crest gave me the flashlight, but Silantius got mad and smashed it.
Oh, rubbish.
He did, and then he cursed Crest. So the man had to hide in the port. It's a basement layer, so Silantius can't get him there.
He also wanted to make Mommy marry him, but she
Yeah.
didn't want to. He's old and nasty. Ah.
I agree.
Yes, the gospel of the damn fish
Yeah.
is nothing about marriage. I was lucky to protect my daughter. That crazy creep, he's just so... Will you take us away from here, please?
Of course
Yes.
we will.
Yes, we will. I mean,
Don't you worry.
I'm with you. If we have any choice on whether or not to take you, you're totally coming. We're not leaving you in this wasteland. I mean, I'm all in favor of, you know, reclaiming the places you can reclaim, but there's some pretty kooky people here. By the way, did I say really nice night sky? I'm okay with this night sky.
Come over here, please. Great job saving them, Artyom. Katya here has provided us with vital information.
Okay.
A mechanic called Crest is hiding in the port.
Well, we're gonna get him out.
His help is required if we're to fix the Aurora in the foreseeable future. Yermak can't handle the repairs alone.
Okay.
So once you're ready, go to the port and invite Crest to join us. And then get back ASAP. We'll have to decide what to do about the fanatics on that bridge.
Okay, there is a bridge
We know
then.
for sure that the bridge is in working order. They crossed it last year when they got here.
I got a note to that effect.
Well, at least some things are clearer now. But still, so many questions. There might not even be any enemy forces around here at all. They probably garrison the key regions only. In any case, we'll learn everything once we reach Yamantau. From the top source. The Moscow government is essentially a local council, to put things in perspective. So, now we just need to figure out how to cross this goddamn bridge.
Yeah, politics aside, that bridge is at least a surmountable task. Okay.
Damn.
What do I even do about this?
Okay.
I could replace the cylinder, but there's just no spare. I've got to fix this one. And I don't even know where to start. It usually takes a whole workshop to fix things like that. So you're going to the port to look for that mechanic?
That's the idea.
Please, do your best. Otherwise, we might as well get used to this place.
So I'm getting around 60 frames a second here. As you can see, it's occasionally dropping down. My average is at about 60. So this is, for whatever reason, kind of hurting my graphics card right here. Not sure exactly why that is. It doesn't feel laggy. Like, this feels buttery smooth. I don't feel bad about this at all. But if those numbers that are being reported are correct. But here, you know, well, here's an interesting thing. My GPU is only operating at 59%. So what I'm thinking, and my temperature is way down too, so it really isn't working hard. What I'm thinking is that the game itself is artificially limiting the frame rate at this juncture somehow, for some reason. Because, I mean, check my CPU. It isn't even pegged either. Not really. And maybe it's throttling because it can't get like a whole bunch more performance, but I don't know. So looking that way, that's where the frame rate drops pretty badly. I don't think this is a really good candidate though for me capturing and doing actually, you know what? It's not just about the visuals that I see, it's about recording the frame rate. So, okay, let me find a spot to stand. How am I going to do this? I need a place I can canonically get a shot from. Okay, these pieces of wood. At these pieces of wood, I'm going to look straight at the wheels. I'm then going to turn around, and I'm going to get the bottom of the bridge. No, I'm going to get. I need markers. Where am I getting a really bad frame rate? Right about there. Yeah. So, what if I tuck the corner of my screen, on the bottom right corner of my screen, against the bottom right corner of that fence line? Right there. Now at 70 frames. I want to find a worse one. 59. I'm looking way down the line. So bottom of my screen at the bottom corner of that bit of fence. That'll do. I'm going to have clouds that won't be identical in either shot. But that should be okay. So I'm going to do an Alt F1 here, capture a screenshot, and I'm going to see what the frame rate is and what the visuals look like when I'm running at native resolution. All right, that's enough of that. What about over here? Is there anything interesting this direction? Oh, I'm dropping down to 50 and 53 here. Again, doesn't feel bad. Feels pretty good. But this will tell me a few things about the nature of the game. Again, GPU is not working hard.
Hello again, Artyom. You did great out there. Or so everyone says.
Ha!
In the meantime, we have dug in here. We've been waiting for the occupying forces. But so far, we have only seen winged and four-legged ones. Our ecology seems to sit badly with them. Some bandit-looking characters in the distance, too.
Alright. I did take out some bandits. Yes, I am.
There's nobody there. At least I haven't seen any normal people. But there sure are mutants, so you'd better take care.
Alright.
Take care, Artyom. The scourge of the Dark Ones?
See, I spared the Dark Ones, or at least one of the Dark Ones, during my playthrough of the last one, and I think that's where my memory... I think that's where my memory differs from what they're saying is sort of why I lived.
That Katya lady Anna brought in?
I don't recall. Maybe I'll have to replay the game.
So maybe you should have her look at your wound, huh? It'd make a great opener for getting acquainted, you know?
No dice. Stepan's all over her with his rugged charm. I haven't got a chance.
Probably not, but you two are being dicks. Please stop. Alright. Talk to me.
Artyom, are you going to the port? I am going to relieve Alyosha now, so I can't come with you.
That's a
His
pity.
hand is still giving him trouble. So Katya being a nurse is just perfect. It will make convincing Dad to take them along so much easier. I'm going to talk to him about that later. Besides, he doesn't really want to leave them here himself. I can see that. But he's so hung up on those occupying forces, he can't even think of anything else. All right, you go run that errand for my father now. Just be careful out there. You know I worry about you.
Thanks. Actually, really thanks. What about you two? Alright, nothing to add.
How do you like the backpack? Is it comfortable? Can you operate stealthily with it?
So far.
I have a present for you here.
How did I use it, though?
A TR rifle. Ring any bells?
Oh, hello.
It's pneumatic, but it still packs a wallop. Plus,
I'll take it.
bullets for it as easy as pie, even in the field. Just remember to keep that pressure up. Otherwise, you might as well be spitting him out yourself.
I am totally gonna go with a pressure sniper rifle.
So, bear it with honor. And don't forget to drop by from time to time. I have a few ideas for improving it.
Good. No, this is my kind of weapon. I am more of a sniper character than a sniper player than a run and gun. My taking out of the cult to the contrary. Thank you very much. Yeah, still don't feel good about that. Can't do anything here. Let's take a quick walk around the outside of this. See if there's anybody out here. I don't think there probably would be. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's pretty beautiful. And that's some not fantastic frame rate right there. Okay, right in the corner here. Crate in the lower right. Alt F1. All right. Is there an actual... I can't go in here, can I? No, that's mechanical. Is there a bench I can actually use here? It doesn't look like it. Alright. Right, so I've been playing this for... quick save. Yeah. I've been playing this for an hour and a half. 2 hours and a half. So I am going to, now that I've made a permanent save, I am going to do the crazy thing, and I'm going to restart the chapter and play it through as quickly as possible. I'm probably not going to rescue the guy who is in the cage, but I will go through the motions of... Brain is not functioning. And we'll go through the motions of doing the cult, because that should be quick if I go directly, and I'll be able to capture the duplicate scenes if I want, and I can get an idea of what the frame rate is in various sections of this. I mean, I'd like to go through everywhere that I did in exactly the same way, but that's just not practical. So, so how am I going to do this? I am going to check... what I need to do is go into the performance, or I need to go into the gallery, the NVIDIA gallery. I need to open the file location for the pictures, and I need to go and toss these in a folder marked uh, 4K. 4K shots in winter. Or whatever this chapter is. I may have to rename that shortly. Right. Next thing. Next thing to change. Just for all of you. We're going to go into options. Well, just for me, really. I'm going to go into video. I'm going to back it off to the native resolution of my monitor. I'm going to hit OK. And you'll notice OBS didn't have to change anything because... actually, you know what? I technically don't have to go through the... Well, no, I still want to go through the playthrough because I want to record what the frame rate is all the way along. So, we are going to close this off. Right. So let's do a couple of things here. Yeah, we're going to go and do quit to main menu. Yep, hit OK. Cool. I'm going to hit load from slot 1. Oh, and I can't go all the way back. I have a finite number of loads and saves. That's super irritating. So that's how they keep you from, I don't know, just going back and trying all sorts of alternate routes. It's a playthrough as part of the story. Okay.
When it has been years since anyone's heard anything.
I'm going to skip through a lot of this for the best as I can.
Who could still believe we are not alone on this earth? My wife, my comrades from the Order, my friends, people from my station. Nobody believes me.
Oh god, I'm all the way back here. Load. Nowhere. Load nothing. Okay. So I'm going to have to actually play That's going to be really rough. I'm actually going to have to play this through to the same point, and that's a lot of work. Even just to capture certain areas with me passing through more quickly than I did last time. So I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do, though, is let me see if I can actually do this on the fly, because this was super interesting to me. So we are more or less done with the playing of the game this evening, but so you guys don't get totally bored with me here, let me pull up what is the best way for me to do this. I am going to switch that over to that monitor. No, I really do have to capture it on my main monitor, don't I? Okay. I'm going to go to my documents. I'm going to go into render monitor testing. This was super educational to me. So I wonder if I can do this in a sensible way. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, bear with me here, I'm actually going to show my actual entire desktop here, if I can, very briefly. We're going to go into show. Come on. Game capture, display capture. Here we go. Yay! It's white for the moment because I haven't opened up the thing I'm going to open up. So bear with me. I have something kind of interesting going on here. Render, come on, where's R? Documents. I can alphabet. So among the things that I was putzing with are the various images that I'd collected. With some luck, you'll be able to see that. Might have to fix my OBS. Yes, I will. One moment. Haha! So you can see a screen capture that I did over Twitch that shows a capture that I made at 1440p. This is one of the 1440ps I did. I've actually got a couple of them here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open all of these up on my main monitor. They're all captured from roughly the same location. And this one is the 2160. Now the problem is on Twitch, you're going to get all sorts of compression. You're going to get... you're not going to see it at the resolution I'm seeing it on my screen. So what I'm going to have to do to make this even remotely comprehensible as a difference is to actually zoom in to each one of them. So, and I don't want to open it up in photo whatever. Let me fix that. I actually want to open it up in like Paint or something that I can actually properly control what I want to... No, not what I want to do. Would that work? Maybe. Actually, yeah, that'll work. So... No, I say no. Go and edit. Go and edit. I'm gonna make that one big. Gonna make that one big. Now I'm gonna have to zoom in on each of them. And by zooming in, I effectively am going to be taking away the problems of the fact that Twitch is not going to be rendering this properly full screen for you. But I'm gonna have to zoom in quite a bit. Now I tried to capture these all about the same. So let's start with the 1440p version that I first took. This is at native resolutions, and I'm going to zoom in quite a bit. Can I zoom in 2 steps? Yes, I can. And I've lost my cursor because reasons. So I'm trying to get a good spot here so you can actually see what I see, and hopefully this is going to actually come across properly on the stream. If not, I will try to zoom in one more time. Let's zoom in twice on this as well. View, zoom in twice. So yeah, they're very close. This one I'm going to have to scoot over just a little bit to get them aligned. So now what I should be able to do is just switch between the two of them. Now this is switching between 1440p and 2880. That's basically 2K or 1440p mode and 4K mode. And you might be able to see this on some of the textures that you're seeing here. I apologize that the people aren't going to be standing in identical places. But it's very subtle, but the 2180p is ever so slightly better resolution. And I'm going to, that's the 14, sorry, this is the 2180, 2160. This one's the 1440. 2160. 1440. It's extremely subtle, but it is there. And I'm going to zoom in one more level. Actually, maybe two more levels, because the grain of the wood and the surrounding like concrete and the like may be relevant here. So I'm going to go over to here, and I'm going to zoom in twice more. Hang on. All right, so there's 1440p. There's 2K. 1440p. 2K, and you can see it in like the texture on the pillar on the left, particularly. You can also see it in the grain of the wood ever so slightly. It's just a little bit less fuzzy. Now this is really interesting to me. And I might be able to do it, you know what, let's zoom in even further. Can we do... Okay, so this is where we're actually starting to see the pixels of the image. Keeping in mind, these are PNGs on my side, so I'm not getting any compression artifacting on my side. There will be compression artifacting as a result of Twitch, but I can't do anything about that. One more try at a really high resolution here. So this is 2160. 1440, 2160, 1440. You can see it actually in the rocks too at the bottom of the screen. 2160, 1440. Let's see if we can actually scooch over and see maybe some of the detail here, or I will align it in a slightly different location to see if I can illustrate this. Let's go and check out the background there. I can probably get these aligned with some effort. Now the thing that makes this interesting, there it is, that's 1440, that's 2180, 1440, and 2180, and it's going to be really tough to see. Though the reason I'm doing this is to illustrate an interesting point. I am rendering the 2180, sorry, 2160, 2160, because it's effectively 4K resolution. It's 2160 high by 36 something or other wide, but my monitor can't display that. So why does the image actually look better? Here's my thoughts on that. First of all, effectively, I'm rendering higher than I need, which means I'm sort of super sampling the environment. I'm generating way more than I need, and then the algorithm downsamples it, is choosing whatever it needs to in order to make it look really good. There's more information than it needs, so it's not having to throw anything away or invent new information, which is often where fuzziness comes from. It kind of throws some of the data away, obviously, because I'm downsampling, but it can actually combine that in an intelligent fashion, however their algorithm works. There's another reason why it might actually look better. If you're designing this game to look really, really good at various resolutions, you're going to want to only store on the graphics card, store on disk maybe, upload to the graphics card anyway, the textures that you need in order to render the scene. if you supply textures that look good at 1440, maybe they look really good at 1440, but maybe they are still not so sharp from some angles, at some distances, whatever. They've been pre-rendered, the textures, in order to look good at that resolution. And maybe only just good enough for that resolution. Whereas the textures that the graphics card has to suck in to make 4K look good are going to be much higher density textures. There's going to be more detail there. And even if it's only just good enough for 4K to make it look really good, that's still way better than you need for 1440p. And so when you render the whole scene, you're going to get more detail in places that might just fall short in the 1440p render, depending on the textures that get submitted. And so that's another reason why, once you render it at the higher resolution with more detail, when it finally does downsample, it has, again, more to work with. Because if you use a texture that's insufficient, even if it's just borderline insufficient, you're basically having to invent data in order to properly render it. It's basically when textures get smeared because they get too big. So that's another possible reason why, even though my monitor can't display 4K, I can render at 4K, have the card downsample it, and it still looks slightly better. Actually, not even just a little bit better. In some cases, decently better than if it's directly rendered in 1440p. That's my guess, and maybe I'm tricking myself, but I don't know. 1440p, 2180, 2160, 4K, right? 1440p. You can start to see it at the edges of the boxes there. They're just a little bit sharper. There's just a little more detail on the pillars. There's just a little bit less sort of fuzziness around the railings. Although, because I've got it zoomed in so much, I do have aliasing. I turned off all of the aliasing because I kind of wanted to see what it would look like without it. And that just means, I mean, it wouldn't matter anyway, because I took a screen cap and now I've just blown it up. So the pixels are what the pixels are. So yeah, I'm blowing this up without any kind of smoothing. So I am going to get pixelation. But if you take a look at what the pixelation is doing on those pillars, it looks sharper. You can actually see it in the window mid-height on the right, the slight window of light that's beneath the stairs. There's 1440p, and then and you can see we're kind of starting to lose bits of the structure of the window. And here it's a bit smoother and better defined. So, and I don't think that's because it's like smoothing out the colors or anything. In the upper right, where you see there's a door frame that is sort of illuminated by the bright lights, it's fuzzier in 1440p. So I just find that fascinating from a technical perspective. What that means is, for detail, I may run this at 4K resolutions as long as there's no video stuttering, even for my 1440p monitor, just to get the added detail that might sort of peek through because I'm sort of over-rendering the scene. I don't know if I'm right. I'm not a graphics expert. Yeah, I'm hoping it shows through on Twitch, and if it doesn't, I apologize profusely. I've just wasted everybody's time because it's really hard to convey high-resolution stuff that I can see on a high-resolution screen through Twitch, which is only for me rendering at, I think, 720p. But I've expanded it enough that maybe it might be visible. I may have to review the video afterward. Anyway, that's my blather, and I'm going to do that the same with the other images that I had to see if I'm just completely off my beds, blah, whatever. What a terrible way to put that. Yeah. So let's just close that off, and I'm going to close out this. Oh, I got some sirens going on in the background. I'm going to say this is going to be the end of my stream for now because it is getting a little bit late, and I want to do a couple of things before I crash this evening. It is technically a school night for me, as it were. Well, work night, anyway. So, it's been lovely having you all here. This has been Codeweaver Plays Games. Thank you for joining me on the stream. Go check out my YouTube channel for some of the stuff that's been archived, and I will see you in the next stream. Bye now.